So hi guys, welcome to Shifting Gears, and I'm riding the Himalayan Scram 411 and we are going out for a trail ride so that we can demonstrate to you how good this motorcycle is off the road when you want to encounter a trail. So this is my first time with the Himalayan Scram and let's check out if it is just as capable as the Himalayan, because काफ़ी लोगों को ये लग रहा है that because it has lost the 21-inch front rim, this might not be that much friendlier off the road. But let me tell you, ये motorcycle जो है, it will please you when you want to go up close to nature, when you want to encounter your favorite off-road trail, and when you just want to leave behind the urban jungle. So let's check out what this motorcycle can do. As you can notice, I have a route marshal in front of me and I am simply following him. इस मोटरसाइकिल के साथ जो आपको इंजन मिल रही है, similar to the Himalayan, no change in the gearing, and it produces 24.3 bhp and 32 newton meters. As you can notice, the Marshall boy is, very familiar with the trail, so he is having a lot of fun. I am being a little careful because, I don't want to slide around too much and then taste the mud, taste the trail. But nevertheless, what I am experiencing so far is that you don't have to fight this Scram 411 as much as you have to fight the Himalayan on a trail, because what is happening is that because of the 19-inch front wheel, the rotational forces are lower, and also ये जो motorcycle है, this Himalayan Scram 411, it also weighs a little less, so it is that much easier to manage. Handlebar जो है, it is closer to you, it is lower than the Himalayan, and your ergonomics are very, very comfortable. And when you want to stand up and ride as well, the ergos are not at all bad. They are still confidence inspiring when you want to just stand up, look around and enjoy your favorite trail. The best thing is this Himalayan Scram 411 continues with the long stroke single cylinder oil cooled motor which we are familiar with from the Himalayan, and it just has so much torque. आप एक ट्रेल पे भी सेकेंड गियर में इस बाइक को चला पाओगे, and that really helps you, to just pick up pace in a nice and progressive manner. You don't have to keep the throttle pinned to keep picking up pace. So, it has that typical Royal Enfield tractor-like tractability, and that really helps you in such a situation, in such a trail. And I mean, wow, this is my first time on a trail with this Scram 411 and it is very, very comfortable. Now the Himalayan can also do this. The Scram can, as you can notice, easily do this. जो चीज़ आप हिमालयन पे कर सकते हो वो आप स्क्रैम पे भी कर पाओगे if you are an experienced rider. So don't think that this is not going to perform as well off the road as the Himalayan does. It all depends on you. You might have noticed that there are quite a few guys who go to Leh Ladakh even on a scooter. So rider skill is of utmost importance. But apart from that, the ease of use is what is really important, and this Scram 411 is definitely very easy to understand in such a situation. Now the weight loss is not significant. Himalayan के comparison में ये जो मोटरसाइकिल है ये ज़्यादा हल्की नहीं है. I guess just about 5 kilograms is the weight loss that this bike has achieved. If it was even lighter, I would have liked it. A lot of other people would have liked it. It would have just become so much more easier to play around with this bike. But between the legs, because of the revised ergonomics, मुझे मोटरसाइकिल काफ़ी पसंद आ रही है. And there is nothing that I am finding too difficult. So that's a good thing. So if you are new to adventure motorcycling, if you are new to trail riding, this Himalayan Scram 411 will not feel intimidating, and the torquey nature of the motor will easily get you through the trail and get you out of any tricky situation. It's a nice and breezy morning here at Big Rock Dirt Park, a few kilometers away from Bangalore. We came riding down. We were out on the highway, and we have a separate ride video for this Scram 411, जहाँ पे हम आपको ये बताते हैं how easy this bike is to ride within the city, and you know how good of a commuter this motorcycle is. Check this out, through a trail. This is my first time I'm doing all of this, and oh my god, so much fun, so easy, so effortless. Look at this, so many scrams scrambling around. This is the media ride of this Royal Enfield Himalayan Scram 411, and everybody is having a ball. Everyone is enjoying this new motorcycle. A lot of people expected a lot more, but I'm sure that after the ride, everybody would be pleasantly surprised. Is it completely different to the Himalayan? Not really. But is it significantly different? Of course it is. Look at that. Out in the wild. This is where the motorcycle can get you, and it can get you here easily. Wow, what an experience, and what a lovely motorcycle. I won't say little, because it is still quite a big bike, and it is quite heavy. Whenever I think that I'm a little nervous encountering any of these trail situations, मैं सीट पे बैठ जाता हूँ, and after that I feel much more comfortable. तो ऐसा ज़रूरी नहीं है that you have to completely go through the trail standing up. You can sit on the bike, feel comfortable, and you know, ride at your own pace. I really like it. I really am having a lot of fun with this motorcycle, and check it out, steep inclines and declines, and this Scram 411 scrambles with absolute ease, my friends. Everyone is bunching up. We are at the Big Rock Dirt Park, so if you want to have some fun and if you want to learn the tricks of the trade, you can come here, sign up, and understand trail riding and experience trail riding. And this will definitely attract you in the future, where you would love to own such a motorcycle and then just explore nature much closer than you can on a street bike. And that is the charm of off-road motorcycles, of adventure tourers, and also of this Scrambler. इस बाइक के साथ बाय द वे आपको ट्यूबलेस टायर्स नहीं मिल रहे हैं. दिस Scram 411 comes with tube type spoke trims, so if your wheel gets punctured, that's a lot of effort that you will have to put in. So you know, keep that in mind. Just look at it. Wow, this is beautiful. What an experience. This is where adventure motorcycles shine. This is where adventure tourers shine. This is where this Scram 411 is shining, because it is just so effortless and everything is working just right. The ergonomics, the Seat tires, which are dual purpose, off-road friendly, knobby pattern. Brakes are also doing a fine job. and no problems at all, my friends. Throttle on off transition जो है वो काफ़ी अच्छा है. So when you are on a trail and say for example अगर आप throttle release करते हो and then you want to pick up pace, when you ring the throttle it doesn't feel too snatchy. So that will also help you maintain balance, and that will help you maintain your progressive momentum gain. So that also makes this motorcycle very very off-road friendly. मेरी हाइट है 5 feet 8 inches and standing up and riding this bike, no problems at all. As you can notice, I'm not finding it too low, the handlebar, but if you are tall you might find it a little too low. That is also because ये जो handlebar है, it is different compared to the Himalayan. It is not the same handlebar, it is lower and closer to you. And say for example if you get stuck, you can very easily just sit on the saddle. 795 mm is the seat height, so it is not intimidating at all. So जैसे ही आप सीट पे बैठ जाओगे, you will have both your feet flat on the ground, and then although you might have gotten scared a little, you might instantly feel more comfortable and more secure on this Scram 411. Now there could be some keyboard warriors online जो ये कहेंगे that you know this is not a Himalayan, this cannot do what the Himalayan can do. But let me tell you, there are so many Himalayan owners who are only going out on highway tours, and this bike can do all of that, and it is actually much more effortless, compact and rideable, and a little less intimidating as well. Off the road, this bike can easily do what the Himalayan can do. It is only when you are hardcore off-roading, if you are encountering big boulders, and if you want to ride through such a situation, that is where the 21-inch wheel setup of the Himalayan will help you. But for me, on this trail, the hardware that we have on this Scram 411 is more than sufficient, and it is getting us through. I have not stalled the motorcycle even once, and that just shows how torquey the motor is, how tractable the motor is, and how easily you can have so much fun on this bike. The seat, guys, it is just so comfortable that say for example अगर आपको खड़े रह के stand up riding करने में दिक्कत होती है, if you don't feel that you are too comfortable doing that, you can sit on the seat, and the seat is just so comfortable that आपको ऐसे ट्रेल पे से इस बाइक को चलाते समय भी ज़्यादा झटके फील नहीं होंगे on your bottom, and that is just phenomenal. This motorcycle is so comfortable. Long travel suspension आपको ज़रूर मिल रहा है. The rear 180 mm of suspension travel is same like the Himalayan. 190 mm of suspension travel at the front from the telescopic front forks is 10 mm less than the Himalayan. ग्राउंड क्लियरेंस जो है वो 20 मिलीमीटर कम है हिमालयन के कंपैरिजन में, लेकिन फिर भी ये मोटरसाइकिल जो है इट कैन ईजिली राइड थ्रू अ ट्रेल एंड बी very very comfortable. We never scraped the underbelly. You are getting an engine bash plate as a stock kit with this motorcycle, but not even once did the belly scrape. So that is a good sign that this Scram 411 can be very very abuse friendly. Of course you get tripper navigation as well, but then when you are lost into the wild you don't really need that. The compass of the Himalayan would have been much more useful in this particular situation, isn't it? Just listen to the exhaust, guys. I'm going to maintain some distance so that I don't have pebbles kicked up on me. But see this, if you want to carry some speed on a trail, no problem at all. I mean, so comfortable, so easy. Also, because the suspension is so absorbent, when you are standing up and riding this bike, आप ज़्यादा unsettled नहीं होने वाले हो, and because of that you can very easily keep continuing on the trail without feeling too nervous or scared. So that also helps. Royal Enfield says that there are a lot of people who want such a Scrambler motorcycle which is off-road friendly, but they don't want a purpose-built adventure tourer, and this bike is made for them. Let's see how many of these we see on the road once the bike is launched. But in terms of capabilities, this motorcycle is doing everything just right. What is your expectation from this Himalayan Scram 411? ये आप हमें comments में ज़रूर बताइएगा, so that if and when we get this bike back in our city for a review, you know, we will try to answer your questions. But on my first day with this motorcycle, today is my first date with this Scram 411, I am impressed, and it was very comfortable on the highway. It was surprisingly refined on the highway, and on the trail it is smooth as silk. This is a smooth operator, and it changes directions very easily too. मेरे पास personally एक KTM 390 Adventure है. That is the bike I ride on a daily basis. It was just yesterday that I rode down from Goa to Mumbai, and today I have arrived here in Bangalore to ride this Scram 411, and every time I swing a leg on the Himalayan or this particular motor, whenever I use it, compared to the 390 Adventure, this is so calm. This just has so much torque that you don't have to be on the gas all the time. You can just have a relaxed time as well, and that is going to keep you stress free. And when you are stress free, you can spend a lot more time on the saddle of any motorcycle. Check this out on a gravel patch right now. Traction is fantastic. The tires are offering very good grip. Not that this is very loose gravel, but still the bike is maintaining a nice straight safe line, and there is not too much of a wobble or anything of that sort to make you feel nervous. What a good motorcycle. What a fun motorcycle. Fun is the most important part. It is a long trail where we are riding it right now, and so much fun. I have had no problems understanding the bike. That is also because I ride an adventure tourer on a daily basis. But say for example, if this is your first adventure friendly motorcycle, you will still understand the tricks of the trade very easily, and you won't have any problems pushing this motorcycle to its limits. The only thing is that you will have to be comfortable with the weight of the motorcycle. That is it. Once you know that, once you know the right gear to be in any particular situation, you can have a lot of fun. Check this out. Boys are playing well with the Scram 411. So guys, if you have any queries about this bike, do ask me in the comments below. I will try my best to help you out. If you like the Himalayan much better than this bike, let us know. Do check out the ride review video and tell us if you think this bike suits your riding requirements. And if you want to start scrambling in your life, will this be your first big bike? See you soon. Subscribe to the Shifting Gears channel. Press that bell icon. Always ride safe. And like all of us, everyone in front of me and everyone in the mirror, always wear your helmets, always wear proper riding gear, and guys, stay safe.